Hello! Today I'm going to show you how to make this look, which it was inspired by the Catrice Illuminating Blush in the color Coral Me Maybe. Yeah, basically I bought this blush yesterday and I was like, hey, this looks awesome on the cheeks and it will probably also look awesome on the eyes. So I wanted to try that and this is what happens then. Yeah, basically I just wanted to do a really springtime appropriate look that wasn't necessarily completely wearable, although I personally wear this outside. But I guess it just sort of depends on what you usually wear on your eyes on an average day, I guess. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, I'm starting out with the Alveda Nature Cosmetic Color and Care makeup in the color Light Beige, which I bought at the DM in Germany. Yeah. Basically, I do really like this product, but it does have one downside now that the weather is nicer, and that is that it doesn't have any SPF. But yeah, overall I really like the color. And I'm not actually going anywhere today, so it doesn't really matter if it has any SPF. And for concealing underneath my eyes, I'm just using the Catrice Camouflage Cream. And I finally opened a new jar because the last one was completely empty. And I used to always, I just thought of that, I used to always apply this with a brush. But for some reason I switched over to using a sponge for it and continued to do that. I don't know why exactly I did that, but yeah. But the sponge does actually work a little bit better because with a brush this concealer has a tendency to be a little bit too thick. And with a sponge it just looks as it's supposed to. Okay, I just used the Catrice Primer Fine Mattifying Powder Waterproof, which is just a translucent powder. And now I'm shaping using the Essence Bronzing Compact Powder, which is actually a little bit too orange. But yeah, it's almost finished and otherwise it's going to be stuck in my makeup stash for like the upcoming 10 years without getting used. So yeah, I decided to just use this until it's finished. And this is actually really nice bronzer, it's really easy to blend and everything. It's just slightly too orange to contour with. But seeing as my hair is also orange, I can get away with it, I think. I hope. So yeah, I'm just contouring every part of my face that I usually contour. And to keep it a little bit subtle, I'm using a dual fiber brush, sort of a stippling brush, instead of an actual contour brush. Because especially with this orange tone, it's just a little bit too much if I apply too much of it. So this looks better. Okay, for the eyes I'm going to use two blushes to start with and one eyeshadow. So yeah, I'm going to start out with this blush that I bought yesterday, which is called Coral Me Maybe by Catrice. It's an illuminating blush, so there's shimmers in it. And I hope you can see on camera, I really like the pattern. And yeah, coral and springtime, and I just needed to have it, so that's why I bought it. But it's a really good blush, but I also really like it as an eyeshadow, so I'm going to use the middle color, the palest one, on the entire eyelid first. And it just gives a really I can't talk today, as usual. In any case, yeah, it just gives a really nice subtle pink glow to it. And that's a little too much to the side. Okay. And then when there's enough of that on my eyelid, I'm also going to use a little bit with the side of my brush underneath my eye. Doesn't have to be a really thin line, it can be a little bit smoked out. Like this. And then I'm moving on to the darker side of the blush. Well, there's two darker sides, but just pick one. And I'm going to put it like until halfway onto the eyelid. Just to make it a little bit more 3D. And once that's on there, I'm switching over to a different blush and a different brush. I'm using an angled brush now and an Essence Silky Touch blush in the color Light Cherry, which is just a darker shade of pink. Well, the other one is coral, not pink, but yeah. This one is just a really bright pink. when I'm using this as a blush, I really only use a little bit, otherwise it just looks really bright. But it does make it perfect as an eyeshadow as well. So I'm just putting that on the outer corner of the eye and also in the crease. And I always make sure to put it like upwards enough that it's actually visible when I have my eyes completely open. Because otherwise it would be kind of useless to apply it, I guess. I don't know, I just don't like looks that only work when I'm looking downwards, you know. Because, you know, when I'm just walking outside, I don't usually look down, I just look straight ahead and yeah. So basically I always want my eye looks to look best when I look straight ahead. And that's about enough. And then I'm just going to blend it a little bit more. Okay. And I'm also using just the same brush to apply it at the outer half of my lower eyelid. Or just underneath my lash line. I don't know if that's called a lower eyelid. But you know, just where I put it right now. Okay, then it's time to add an actual eyeshadow. I'm using a eyeshadow by Lancome, which is called Sicilian Burgundy. Which is just a burgundy color, surprisingly. And yeah, basically, I would have used a blush for this, but I don't have any darker blushes than the Essence blush that I just used. And I do always like to make the inner part of the creases a little bit darker than the rest. And sometimes a lot darker than the rest, but this time I'm keeping it sort of subtle. And I'm just using a round a round brush by EcoTools. Just because that's the perfect size for it, and then I'm just basically blending it until there's no harsh lines left. And I'm also putting a little bit of it on the outer corner of my eye just to pull it all together. And then I'm using the shorter side of the brush to put it in the outer corner of my lower lash line as well. Just a little bit. Okay, and because I don't think it's blended enough yet, I'm also using just a clean blending brush. And I'll just go over this until it looks nice enough in my opinion. Because I don't want the dark color to have you know, really weird spots and just look strange and muddy. Which it tends to do sometimes. Okay, well now that's done, I'm going to move on to eyeliner. And this time I'm using a pink eyeliner, which you probably already saw on my other eye. This one is by Claire's, and it has one downside, which is that the original brush of the thing itself is really hard. I don't know if you can see, you can probably see, but I can't even push it in a different angle. So I'm just going to use a other brush, which is just a eyeliner brush by Sigma. And that way I'm going to use it to make a winged eyeliner. So basically I'm just rubbing the product off the original brush. Okay, now the eyeliner is done, I'm moving on to eye pencil. Which is just a white metallic one by Essence, and I'm just putting that on the lower waterline. Just to make the eyes look even more bright. Okay, that's enough. And then I'm also using mascara, obviously. This time I'm using mascara by, my favorite mascara actually, by Miss Sporty, which is a fabulous lash mascara with a curved brush. They also have one without a curved brush. But I like the curved brush, so I'll always use this one. It's basically my everyday mascara. And it's really cheap. But I just really love it. So yeah, basically I'm just applying a good layer of that. And don't worry too much about little dots like this, because once they've dried, they're just easily removed with a Q-tip. So yeah, I'm also applying it on the bottom lashes. Some people don't do that, but I just always apply it on my bottom lashes as well. Because to me this looks sort of incomplete if I don't. But yeah, to each their own. Okay, then I'm going to fill in my eyebrows because this just looks sort of strange. Also highlighter, I forgot all about it. Yeah, but I'm going to use the Essence Hello Autumn eyebrow set for that anyway. So yeah, first I'll use the highlighter to highlight underneath my eyebrow. I did do it on the other eye and I completely forgot it on this eye. So yeah, basically I'm also using it on the inner corner. It's better to do this before applying the eyeliner, by the way, because now I have to be really careful. But yeah, then I'm just using a brush and the palest color to make like the lower line here and another line over here. And then I'm just filling it in. And everyone does their eyebrows in a different way, and yeah. Basically just do whatever looks best on your eyebrows. Like on some people, for example, like really natural eyebrows look really good. On me I don't think it looks really good because I have orange hair. But originally I used to be dark blonde, so my eyebrows are blonde. And if I, fill them in really like subtle and natural, then they just look like they don't completely fit with my hair. So I always fill them in a lot darker than they actually are. And like this. And then I also just always brush through them. And just push them in place. Okay, then it's time to add some blush. I'm using the Catrice blush that I also started the eye look with, Coral Me maybe. And I'm just putting that right between like the highest point of my cheekbones and the shaper. I'm also blending a little bit on top of the shaper because I gotta put the stuff somewhere. And yeah, I'm not putting on a whole lot of it, but I do put on a good amount because otherwise it won't really stand out with the whole eyeshadow going on. And then I'm also using a highlighter. I'm using a cream blush by L'Oreal in the color Rose Astral or Astral Rose. One side says Astral Rose, the other side says Rose Astral, so whatever. In any case, I just like applying it with my fingers. It's sort of a purple pinkish shade. And I've also used that like on the cupid's bow here. And I'm also using it on my cheekbones, obviously. I don't really like it as an eyeshadow because it's really subtle color. But I do really love it as a highlighter. So yeah. Okay, for lipstick I'm using Coral Calling by Essence. And yes, I like talking while I'm applying lipstick apparently. In any case, yeah, this is basically just a color. I'll just talk first and then apply the rest of it. Yeah, basically this is just a color I really love during spring and summer. I bought this specific lipstick last summer. On vacation actually. So yeah, it's a really nice color. And it's basically has been my favorite for like the last few weeks. And I especially love to combine it with a lip gloss, which is what I'm going to do now as well. So yeah, we'll just apply this first. Okay, I've just applied Coral Delight by Essence on my cupid's bow. I'm also going to apply it a little bit on my lower lip. Just to make it look a little bit bigger. And this is basically the same color as a lipstick. Oh, also I think it was called Coral Delight, but I'm not completely sure because the name is faded off. But yeah, it's just basically the same color as a lipstick, so it doesn't change the color, it just makes parts of it more shiny. So this is the complete look. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope you liked the look. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye! Okay, time to fill in this part. Because I'm going to only use one brush, a large shader by Sigma. I'm going to start out with the palest color, which is the yellow one from the Sleek palette.